Hi, folks. Welcome to Crisco's Corner. Unfiltered commentary. And that's your truth, the real truth. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for your support. Welcome back. Now, this is going to be a controversial video. It's about abortion and the new Texas law in the hornet's nest that it's kicked, and everybody's up in arms. And I'm trying to make a point here. I am not pro-choice. I'm pro-life. And I'm also not pro-abortion. There's a huge difference between pro-abortion and pro-choice. And I want people to understand what they're really, really fighting for and who you're defending. The theme of this is going to be the abortion argument and the slavery argument are the same argument. It truly, truly is. Abortion in our day is the decisive issue as it was in the 1800s and prior. And it caused a big deal. I think it was one of the main causes of the Civil War, even though slavery was dying out. So I want to try to make a point. The point of this is the issue's the same. And I'm going to do a little background, short background on Margaret Sanger, the head of Planned, or I shouldn't say head, the founder of Planned Parenthood, and how the progressives and the leftists think she's this hero. It's like unbelievable. Do they really know the background? And I'm hoping to change some hearts and minds. Not that you vote for Republicans. That's not what this is for. This is about voting for anyone. You defend any of these people. If you wouldn't, then don't vote for them. That's kind of the point of this whole thing. So let's walk through, and got quite a few videos. It's not really long, but I want you to get the point of what's really going on and the truth.
Watch this.
Why does the president support abortion when his own Catholic faith teaches abortion is morally wrong?
Well,
He believes that it's a woman's right, it's a woman's body, and it's her choice.
Now, before she continues, you see the little picture I have there. That's why they say birthing people now. Because you have a transgender father and gives birth as a man. It's an amazing thing. I don't get it. It's amazing to me. It's a woman that transitioned into a man and got pregnant and gave birth. So she's not even following. The thing is, she's not even following her own script. These people make up stuff as they go along. It's hard to keep up even for her. And they can't even keep up with themselves. And it's crazy. Let's continue.
Why does the president, who does he believe then should look out for the unborn child?
He believes that it's up to a woman to make those decisions, and up to a woman to make those decisions with her doctor. I know you've never faced those choices, nor have you ever been pregnant, but for women out there who have faced those choices, this is an incredibly difficult thing.
Now, here's the thing. If we go back to the 1800s, if we follow that logic, that means only someone who owned slaves can have a say in slavery. That's what she's saying. That's the defense, the same defense they used. You don't own any, mind your own business. You don't want any slaves, don't buy any. We decided we can, it's legal. The fact of the matter is, most of the abolitionists, the vast majority, were white men. You don't have to be a woman or a man or anything to know wrong is wrong. And that's patronizing, and it's ridiculous. And of course, she knows that. Now, this is interesting. You see a lot of this. This has been the mantra of, now I'll call them pro-abortion people rather than pro-choice. My body, my choice. Well, the odd part is, isn't that interesting? What's going on now with the VACCIN, you know the rest. Mandatory for jobs to enter public buildings, and if you don't, you become a second-class citizen. For some reason now, my body, my choice doesn't fit. None of what they believe in holds up under scrutiny, under logic, under facts. They're such hypocrites, it's incredible. And it's just amazing to me that they keep getting away with it.
It is near.
Now we're going to see how they report this. And this is a really amazing how it's worded. These people talk for a living. Words do matter.
Nearly impossible to get an abortion in Texas. The most restrictive abortion law in the country went into effect after the U.S. Supreme Court declined to act on a request to block it.
Abortion providers say Texas has essentially outlawed 85% of abortion procedures, which will force many clinics to close. Amy Hagstrom Miller runs 4 clinics providing abortion services and is one of the plaintiffs asking the Supreme Court to intervene.
It's heartbreaking to deny them the care that our staff are fully trained and ready to provide. So really, most people are going to be forced to carry a pregnancy against their will.
The law, signed by Republican Governor Greg Abbott, bans abortion once a so-called fetal heartbeat is detected.
Now, as you already said, these people talk for a living. They pick their words carefully. The so-called fetal heartbeat. It's amazing to me. Absolutely astounding. They pick their words very carefully, and they know exactly what they're saying.
Detected, usually around 6 weeks.
So Jeff.
Now, you're going to see a little clip here. Tucker was talking about from Jeffrey Tobin and CNN. Give you a little background. Mr. Tobin, during a live Zoom meeting, or I should say whatever they had when they were all doing remote talking head stuff on CNN, thought he was off the camera and decided to masturbate on camera, thinking he was gone with all of his colleagues watching. This is the guy they're going to pick to be outraged, or one of them, one of the many, on this Texas abortion law. If you don't think that's screwed up, I don't know. Let's listen.
Jeffrey Tubin means it when he tells you it's bad to ban it. Watch. Today is the first day that a state could legally ban abortion. And Roe v. Wade essentially does not exist, at least in the state of Texas, and probably more in states to come.
Now, give you a little background. Mr. Tobin, I guess, got into a jam with one of his friend's children. Now, it wasn't a minor, so I'm not implying that. And the young lady got pregnant. And Mr. Tobin is married, but not to the young lady. And my understanding is, and Tucker Carlson has reported, and it's just basically common knowledge in the news industry, that Mr. Tobin pressured the young lady to get an abortion. Why? He didn't feel like probably paying the child support, or maybe the other emotional things that go along with having a child in the world that you don't interact with. But he pressured her, and she did not have one. So this is the guy that they're choosing to be outraged over the Texas law.
Texas has banned abortion in the state, and the Supreme Court has done nothing about it. That is immensely significant, mostly for the women of Texas. 29 million people in total live in Texas.
What does that mean for Roe v. Wade? I said it could effectively end Roe v. Wade. Was that an overstatement?
I don't think so. The point of Roe v. Wade is that states cannot ban abortion.
Now, here's the thing. I'm old enough to remember in 1973 when the Supreme Court ruled on Roe v. Wade. It was a wrong decision to make. And this isn't about abortion. This isn't about if abortion should be legal or illegal. The court ruled that a woman, I'm not going to say birthing person because that's ridiculous, a woman has the right to choose to have an abortion or not. As a constitutional matter, it's in the Constitution, she has the right. That's incorrect. The only constitutional rights you have are the ones that are spelled out in the Constitution. That was a bad decision. It was a 5-4 decision. I remember I was a junior in high school, and it was a huge deal. I remember the news and when it happened. And, of course, I was young and a lot more liberal back then. I was a Democrat. No, I wasn't a registered one yet. I wasn't old enough. And I agreed, not really knowing much about life. You're just a kid. You know what you know, but it's not that much. Your experience is very limited as far as that kind of thing goes. And what it should have been done is state by state. Now, if they really and truly say that a constitutional right should apply to all 50 states, then why in the world? It's not even spelled out in abortion in the Constitution, but the Second Amendment says the right to bear arms shall not be infringed. Why aren't they screaming and hollering about some of the states where it's basically impossible to own a firearm? Why don't they have? Because they don't. Because they're hypocrites. And they've always used the judicial branch of government as the legislature. They always have, and they always will. And that's just the way they are.